Do you remember the red roof? I'm talking about that iconic angular roof that used to signal the best night of the week. Back in the day, walking into a Pizza Hut felt like an event. You can probably still smell it. The dough rising in the pans, the crushed red pepper shakers on the checkered tablecloths, the arcade games in the corner. For millions of us, that was childhood. That was the definition of a Friday night. But hold on to that memory because the reality today is looking a lot different. That iconic red roof is starting to crumble. Don't let the familiar logo fool you. Behind the scenes, one of the biggest names in American fast food is taking a massive hit. We aren't just talking about a slump, we are talking about a full-blown identity crisis. Imagine driving past your local hut, the one that's been there for 20 years, only to find the windows boarded up and the lights off. Forever. This isn't a what if, it is happening right now. A massive wave of closures is sweeping through the franchise, and it signals the end of an era. So here's the cold, hard truth. Yum Brands, the massive parent company that owns KFC, Taco Bell, and yes, Pizza Hut, just dropped a bombshell report. They're planning to shut down hundreds of underperforming Pizza Hut locations. We're looking at a target of around 250 stores potentially going dark in the near future. Why? Because the numbers don't lie, and right now the numbers are bleeding red. While its siblings like Taco Bell are crushing it, Pizza Hut is struggling to keep its head above water. We're seeing reports of same-store sales dropping by 3% in the last quarter alone, with a full-year decline of around 5% in the U.S. market. In the brutal world of Wall Street, those numbers are a disaster. But you have to ask yourself, why does this actually matter? Is it just another corporate restructuring? No, it's much bigger than that. This is the death rattle of the dine-in pizza model. Think about it. When was the last time you actually sat down inside a Pizza Hut? Not for a pickup, but to actually sit and eat. For most Americans, the answer is, I can't even remember. The world has moved on. We live in the era of Domino's, the era of I want it at my door in 20 minutes with zero human interaction. Domino's won the tech war years ago. They turned themselves into a logistics company that happens to sell pizza. Meanwhile, Pizza Hut held on to the nostalgia of the dining room for too long. They got stuck in the middle, not fast enough to beat the delivery giants, and not premium enough to compete with the artisanal pizza trend. They're fighting a war on two fronts, and right now they're losing both. The closure of these 250 stores isn't just trimming the fat, it's an amputation. It's a desperate move to cut off the dying parts of the business to save the brand itself. So now what? Where does the pizza giant go from here? This is the pivot point. It's adapt or die. The corporate strategy, sometimes called Hut Forward, is essentially a forced evolution. They're shuttering the old-school dine-in restaurants that are draining cash and trying to pivot entirely to modern, delivery-focused units. They're trying to catch up to the digital game that their competitors mastered a decade ago. We're going to see a leaner, smaller, and faster Pizza Hut. The romantic idea of the family pizza parlor is being traded in for efficiency and speed. If you see a Pizza Hut closing in your town, don't view it as a random event. View it as a sign of the times. The market is ruthless, and it has no room for nostalgia. And that brings me to you. I really want to know, when was the last time you ate at a Pizza Hut? Do you think they can turn this ship around, or are they destined to become a relic of the past, something we just talk about like Blockbuster Video? Drop a comment below. Share your favorite red roof memory. I know you have one. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve on business news like this, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video on the Business and Finance Talk channel. Thanks for watching.